Hello guys, how we doing? Welcome back to the Three Hammers. It's Luke here. So with David Moyes gone, that era is very close to the end now, with 2 games left for him, with the Luton game being his farewell and the Man City game being his hi-ho. Hopefully we don't win that game. That's one time that I don't want West Ham to win, because I cannot have Arsenal win the league. I know that's bad coming from a West Ham fan. You should never wish West Ham to not win a game, but where we've got nothing to play for and we can't really go up the league, I'm willing to take that on the chin just to stop Arsenal win the league. And let's hope that is the case on the last game. Let's be fair, we're probably not going to beat Man City anyway. This video is about J-Lo. That is what I'm going to call him, just because I've seen so many pronunciations. Lopetegui. So from now on, and if he is to become our manager, which is not fully confirmed, it looks like it is, but it's not fully confirmed, his name now on this channel from me and Paul is J-Lo. Okay, so what has J-Lo got to do to be a success at West Ham and to give any of the doubters a chance to get behind him? Listen, we're West Ham fans, we will get behind him. Is he my first choice? No. Was he in my top 3? Probably not. But I'm not going to not get behind the man, because if he's a success, that means West Ham's a success. And that's what we all want. And if it does go a bit wobbly in their first 5, let's say 10 games, and there is a real transition of style of play, and you can see he's trying to get some ideas, I won't be getting on his back. The only person's back you should be getting on, if it does go a bit wobbly, is David Sullivan, not J-Lo. I've looked at the way he plays. We will hopefully look like we're better coached. We will look like we can pass the ball. There's lots of players in that team that might need to be pushed out, though. There's no way that Thomas Soucek works in this team, in a J-Lo team. He's not good enough on the ball. He's not sharp enough of mind, passing wise, to be good in this team. It's a shame, really, that someone like Pablo Fornals was shipped out, because I know he did like him. I believe he was looking at him, I think when he was at Wolves, or maybe when he was at Seville, to bring Fornals in. And he probably has worked with him during his Spanish under-21 days. Someone like Fornals would have been great. Fornals was a good passer of the ball. So expect West Ham to buy players that are really comfortable and can pass the ball better. He likes his players to play out from the back. There's that clip that's going around Twitter of Seville, just literally passing the ball. Do I expect that? Not straight away. That might be by the end of the season that we could play like that. You didn't see that with Wolves. And loads of people are throwing the Wolves. Was he a success at Wolves? Comment out there. When he went there, they were bottom. He got into 13th, which was above us. Some people say about that he may have had a little bit of a luxury of a pre-season during the World Cup. But then he wasn't able to buy players until about a month later. And the players he bought in have been a success at Wolves. He did really well to keep. He kept them up. And yes, he probably can be a bit of a Marmite character. People saying about the Real Madrid Spain incident. He left Spain to go to Real Madrid. And obviously the way he left Wolves 3 days before the season started. Some of me, obviously, it's not a good thing. And I think if he was a success at West Ham, he would jump at any opportunity. Let's throw names out there. Tottenham, Man United, Chelsea, if they were to come in for him. But if they were to come in for him, that would mean that West Ham are doing well. And like any player at West Ham, if a player does well at West Ham, there's a good chance that someone will come in. So I'm just trying to be devil's advocate. I'm not J-Lo's big cheerleader supporting him. I'm just playing both sides. So yes, it could be bad and West Ham could be left in a bad situation if that happened. But at what cost? At what? Is it because West Ham have done really, really well and he's put himself in a real shop window for those big jobs? His record is fantastic, through his career. You know, he actually, and again, people saying about Wolves, his win percentage at Wolves is the most successful by any Wolves manager in the Premier League, if we want to put it in that debate. Yes, anyway, that's that. What's he got to do to be successful at West Ham? Be strong, work with Tim, and bring in some top players and coach those players. Coach what you've got, improve players, and use your squad. I don't want to see players isolated. I don't know what his history is with that. It's hard to find detail on that. But, you know, I don't want to see a Pablo Fornals, a Ben Rama, a Cornet situation, a Danny Ings situation at West Ham anymore. If he buys players, use your whole squad. You know, I don't want to see the like-for-like sub on the 65th, 75th minute, and then a striker comes on in the 89th minute under the David Moyes regime. Predictable subs that can have little impact in the team. I want a sub bench that I'm looking at and going, whew, that's a good bench. There's players on there. There's a striker on there. There's an attacking winger on there that can come on and make an impact. And I'm hoping that is what he's pushing. By all accounts, he has this list of players in it, an untapped market that we don't usually go into, the Liga. And he is a big manager. He is a big manager with quite a bit of pull. Like obviously Cunha at Wolves, really good player that they brought in. So yeah, that's one thing. Use your squad and develop and coach players. Next thing, I want to see West Ham pass a football. For so long, it's so predictable. To the wings, cross it, let's hope it sticks. Yeah, someone like Nath Good could really suit this system, unless we're trying to raise money and they may sell him. A Good in a system which isn't fully under so much pressure. He is a good footballer, a Good. Maybe his defence is not as great, but I think he could be developed. I think he might need to go and buy a destroyer and a you shall not pass player like Craig Dawson, if there is one out there. I think we'd lack someone like that, and then you would get that balance right. Next for me, it's constantly repeated, guys. I'm a little bit like a broken record. Play the bloody youth. Give these players a chance. They're the best youth academy set of players in the country. George Urphy, Scales, Chesters, Ollie Stiles, to name a few. Give them a chance. 10, 15 minutes here and there. You know, it will be harder because we haven't got Europe to put these players in. But please give them a chance, J-Lo. I need to see young players being given a chance at West Ham. It gives the fans a lift. We give them time. Yeah, and that's what I want to see. Other things, maybe go for games a bit. You know, give us a bit more. Just give us a bit more. It's not going to be a dramatic change in terms of what would have been a bit more swashbuckling under a Ruben Almiron and maybe even under a Fonseca. But this guy is, in my opinion, should be better than Moyes. We should see that the team is coached. He will bring in his coaching team that are experienced and have more knowledge. No disrespect to Kevin Nolan's and Billy McKinley and people like that. But these will be, you know, I would like to think a lot higher level coaches, and you will see, hopefully, like I say, West Ham have some sort of better identity and a better style of football. I could be wrong. But that's what I want to see. I want to see a team that's coached, youth players coming through, and just get behind him. Get behind him, guys. Like I say, he's not our first choice. He's not. But that's not his fault. That's David Sullivan's fault for being cheap. J-Lo, give him a chance. See what he can do. And if you've made it to the end, guys, drop a list at the bottom of what you want to see from J-Lo. And think of any other name that I can call him. Until next time, guys, Come on, you Lions.